Good evening all and welcome to another video on All How Day. It's Saturday night, which means it's craft beer night, and the one we're going for is this one. It's from Lervig. It is Konrad Stout. And Konrad Stout is an Imperial Stout. It weighs in at 10.4% ABV. There's not a lot of information on the can other than that it's got 3.5 UK units in the can. The usual ingredients are water, barley malt, oats, hops and yeast, and it is brewed in Stavanger in Norway. I picked this one up in Morrison's for about £3.54 a can, something like that. Yeah, expensive for supermarket stout at 330ml, but you know, Lervig makes some killer stout. They actually make my favourite Impy stout of all time. It was the collaboration I did with Hoppin Frog out of the US. It was a barrel aged in bourbon barrels, as it happens, Imperial Stout. It's called Sippin Into Darkness. It is stunning. I've got a bottle of that. I'm aging for my 40th next year, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So hopefully this one will plug the gap in the meantime. I don't know anything about the beer other than the strength, and it's a big Impy Stout, and it seems to be quite popular. As for the flavours, not a clue. Let's get it out into a glass and see what we can find out for myself. So we're pouring into a teku glass today, and the pour is, oh, it's dark. It's pouring with purpose. We're not going to fill. We're going to go for about there. Look at that. Look at that. It's jet black. You've got a nice tight tan head up close and personal with the beer. Look at that. It's lovely. It pours thick. And when you roll it around the glass, it's got purpose. You know, when it comes to a standstill again, it's almost instant. You know, it's not thin. That's nice and thick, and the head is solid. It looks like honeycomb from the top. See if we can get that. Can you get it? Nearly. Anyway, looks great. Let's have a whiff. Oh, that's boozy. Okay, as expected in a way. Chocolatey, velvety chocolate, smooth, coffee, roasted malts. Kind of got a brandy thing going on, that level of booze. Otherwise, it's just a big, dialed up to 11 stout. Well, 10.4 really. But 11 points if you get the reference. Let me know in the comment section below if you know what film that is from. So yeah, it looks good. It smells great. In fact, it looks amazing actually. It smells roasty, toasty, coffee, chocolate, a little bit of vanilla, and otherwise so sort of big boozy notes. So let's taste it, shall we? Cheers. Wow, it does not hide that 10.4% at all. No, that's prominent. Thick, it is very thick. Boozy. Big bitterness on the back end. But the individual notes, I'm getting almost like a cinder toffee type thing going on. And there is not really much chocolate. I've got quite a bit of that on the nose, but nothing really on the flavour. Big berry notes, big roasted malts. It's kind of like a fresh coffee bean sitting there. Not like pre-roasted, but that's the kind of berry note I'm getting. Boozy, like I say. And there's that sweetness coming through. Really quite nice. It's more complex than I was expecting. But then again, I shouldn't really be too surprised. Lervig make an absolutely cracking stout. Big and boozy, strong, tasty, roasted, honeycomb coming through, like I say. Dry on the finish. I wasn't expecting that, I must admit. I was expecting A little more bitterness and that sweetness to come through and just kind of ride it out on a smooth malt finish. I'm getting quite dry, and that's when most of the bitter roasted malts are coming through. I like it. And that lovely little bit of lacing sitting on the glass. That's quite a nice stout, that. Got to sip it slowly though. Got to. Anyway, Konrad Stout. That's the back of the can. Just so you know, there is more on there. Yeah. Anyway, what do we think of it? Well, before I tell you what I think of it, we're going to go to the Aid Memoir of Untapped, which tells us that this beer has had, for a stout that's in Morrison's, it's had a lot of check-ins. 31,500 with a pretty damn good average of 3.88. And I think that compares to just over 4.3, I think it is, for my favourite stout from them. That's a pretty decent score, really, for a readily available, well-priced stout. My scoreboard, currently empty. I'm going to give it some points. So we're going to go for the appearance first of all. It's as black as night. You've got a lovely tan head that's a beautiful kind of honeycomb at times appearance, and otherwise it's just like engine oil in the glass. I can't fault the look of that. That looks inviting. It makes me want to drink it just looking at it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful in the glass. It's a classic beauty in a glass. It's getting the full point, no doubt about that. As for the aroma, it's an Imperial Stout and I expect them to be strong, and it is strong. It hides zero things of the booze, zero points of the booze on the nose. It's right there in your face. You get the smooth chocolate on the nose. You get a big berry note, like a brandy type thing going on, which I'm not a big fan of brandy, I must admit, but I don't mind the aroma. Flavour I'm not keen on. But this, it's big, it's bold, it's in your face, it's roasty malts, it's got booze till the cows come home. It does exactly what an Imperial Stout should on the nose. Do I like it? Yes, I do. Do I love it? Yeah, I do. It's getting the full point. The body on an Imperial Stout should be thick. And it is. It is as thick as two short planks, let's be honest. And it's smooth, it's silky, it's like having liquid chocolate in your mouth in terms of the consistency. Wonderful. Can't fault it at all. Carbonation's spot on. It's getting a full point. As for the taste, I didn't know what to expect. I only know to expect, really, from an Imperial Stout, big roasted malts, boozy notes. Everything else is kind of down to the adjuncts. And this one, I get a big berry note. I love that. I get honeycomb. I love that. I get the roasted malts on the back end. I get a sweetness that's like a little bit of vanilla here and there. I like it a lot. I wouldn't say it's quite as tasty as their Sippin Into Darkness, but it's not far off. That's much more complex. It's Black Forest Gatto in a glass with 10 ton of booze. This is much more simple, streamlined, and less sophisticated, but still delicious. It's getting the full point though, because it is banging. And the finish. I want lots and lots and lots of roasted malts and bitterness. I get bitterness, I get dryness, I get booze, I get vanilla, I get everything that I get on the taste on the back end as well, with that added extra bit of dryness. It's like you've been sucking on coffee beans, which I like to do. I'm weird like that. Anyway, is it good? Yeah. Do I love it? Yeah, I do. Do I really, really, really love it? Almost. This could do with just a bit more of that roasted malt on the back end, which for me means I'm going to give it the 0.75. So we have 4.75 out of 5 for the Konrad Stout from Lervig via Morrison's. It's a bit lovely, is my my summing up of it. If you haven't tried it, I definitely recommend you do. Get yourself down to your local Mozzers. Get this, get some alcohol-free Guinness just to kind of temper it out and pace your evening. If you're going to have a few of these, you know, keep it sensible, keep it safe. And yeah, we'll do with the dodgy movie references, except that was keep it secret, keep it safe, and extra 10 internet points if you know what that one's from. We're going to leave it there. We are going to say that's been the beer. Down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them. You've got to like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. And definitely let me know in the comment section if you've tried Konrad Stout and what you thought of it. I will catch you again soon for another one. Bye.